welcome back to Elgrave Books. I'm Ellie. Today we're doing my December book haul, part 1. I put a lot of books in December. Just looking around at them now, there's a pile. So this section here, I have illustrated / graphic novels, my non-fiction and my romance books, and then in the second part I have children's YA and adult fiction. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to start with the illustrated ones. So the first one I have here is Tales from Outer Suburbia by Shaun Tan. And I've already read this one and I absolutely loved it because Shaun Tan is incredible. And I think this is my third of his now. And I'm a little bit late to the Shaun Tan party, but I well and truly adore him by now. So this one is like a little mix of like his beautiful art. There we go. Yeah, so it's mixed with that and stories, like short little pieces. Percy's going absolutely crazy at my feet. I do not know what's happening. He has got the zoomies well and truly. But yes, we'll talk about this more in a wrap up. But I loved it. Next I have Paper Girls Volume 2 by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chiang. I really enjoyed Volume 1 and I really loved how it ended. So I'm hoping to get to this one in the next couple of days. I know it's obviously being a comic, it's going to be a really quick read, but there are still a few other books that are not so quick reads that I kind of want to get through first. And then the last illustrated one that I have here is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I got this one from my friend Sophie, who accidentally got 2 copies of the first one. So she gave me one of her copies and I started reading it. And I'm really not far into it. I'm chapter 6, so Harry's just going to platform 9 3/4. So yeah, not very far into the story at all, but it's been interesting kind of revisiting it. I've only been reading kind of like a chapter at a time, but again, I would like to finish this by the end of the year. So yeah, those are the illustrated graphic novels, etc. Now we're going to move on to the non-fiction. I was really feeling the non-fiction after non-fiction November ended, as in I felt like buying it, but not so much reading it. I think I've maybe read like 2 non-fictions this month, which is fine. But yeah, I've bought a couple here. So we're going to start with the one that I have read. I kind of have like 3 that are part of the same theme and then another 3 that just are random. So I have Art as Therapy by Elaine de Botton and John Armstrong, which I talked about in my mid-month wrap-up. So yeah, I will link that below if you're interested in hearing more about it, but on the whole I did really enjoy it. And then I have How to Write About Contemporary Art by Gilda Williams, which is exactly what it sounds like. I feel like I don't really have to talk about that much. And then the other one is Seeing Ourselves, Women's Self-Portraits by Frances Borzello, which is a book about different female artists and the self-portraits that they created. So I think that one should be very interesting. And then moving on to the 3 non-fictions that are just random. I have Hunger by Roxane Gay. Quite a few of these were part of a Black Friday sale from Book Depository, this being one of them. I think this came down to like $9 or something, and it's one of the few Roxane Gays that I haven't read. I think I maybe have 3 of hers left to go, and this is maybe the one I'm most excited about because I love her non-fiction work. So excited for this. And then I have How to Do Nothing, Resisting the Attention Economy by Jenny Odell. I bought this one because it just sounded really cool on the back and just interesting. And then since then, I bought this sort of at the start of the month. I've seen quite a few people talk about it on Bookstagram who've really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that I bought it, just kind of completely randomly, just because it sounded like a good book, and now people are apparently reading it, which is nice. Finally, for the non-fiction section, I have Monster, She Wrote by The Women Who Pioneered Horror and Speculative Fiction by Lisa Kruger and Melanie R. Anderson. I've started reading this one. I'm 74 pages into it and I absolutely love it. It's incredible. It's just like a really well put together book. Like, it's really beautiful, and there are like all these cool illustrations and everything, and it gives you like recommendations on like where to start with the different authors. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully I will get to talk about this one a little bit more. Again, one that I want to finish by the end of the year. Okay, and now moving on to my little romance section. This is basically all one author except for this one book. So I'll start with that one. And that is Seduce Me at Sunrise by Lisa Kleypas. These were all secondhand, and I got a bunch of them for $2, which was pretty cool. I have been reading Kleypas's Wallflower series, and this is part of a different series, but I believe this is the series that I'm going on to next, which is, yeah, I saw it and I was like, you know what, if I don't buy it for $2, I'm just going to buy it as an ebook anyway, so I might as well have a physical one. And then the other author I have 4 books from, which are these ones here, and it is Stephanie Lawrence. So I have The Edge of Desire, Eric's Vow, and Mastered by Love, which were all part of that like $2 thing. And then I also got Viscount Breckenridge to the rescue, which a lady that I talk to, I guess, that lives at my grandparents' retirement village, she gave me this one because she knows that I like to read. So that's pretty cool. These are not like, this is like the 16th book in the series, and these are like, yeah, along the series too. I am currently reading the first one and I'm really enjoying it. So that's why I kind of picked them up, because I was like, they're cheap, one of them's free, and I'm interested in reading them. And yeah, I really am enjoying the first one so far. I'm not very far in, but again, hopefully one I can finish by the end of the year so that I can kind of get moving on these other ones. But that's it. That's the first part of this haul. This is probably the shorter part of the haul because I don't know a whole lot about a lot of these. With them obviously being like ones that I haven't read the series for, or the non-fiction I like to kind of go in not knowing a whole lot about them most of the time. But yes, hopefully you will see a couple of them in my next December wrap up. And yeah, I'm sure my next part will be much longer. Just already looking at the stack of books that are on the floor, like right over there, there's a lot of them, and I'm still waiting on a couple more. So I will see you all in a few days. I'm not really sure how my video schedule is gonna look for these last few days of the year. I've been kind of unwell, which is why I ended up having to quit Vlogmas. So once I hopefully am feeling a little bit better and I can sort of bring things together and organize myself again, I will hopefully be back to a schedule. I think I'm gonna stick to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 2020, but we'll kind of see how the year pans out. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. There is a Percy here. That's where he's hiding, behind my back. And yeah, I will see you all in a few days' time, hopefully. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season, no matter what you celebrate, where you celebrate, when you celebrate, how you celebrate. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.